What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and I'm going to get you caught up on stimulus checks. Passed, approved, on their way on various levels. We're going to be talking about fourth federal level checks for all state checks, county checks, city checks. I'm going to get you all the checks. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, first up, let's talk about on a federal level. Now, you guys, first I let you know earlier today that Senator Joe Manchin, he has resumed negotiations with Democrats for a reconciliation bill. Take a look. Scoop, Manchin is serious about his talks with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, whom we are hearing is the one Democrat right now that is the connection to Joe Manchin to get him on board. Now, we're going to be seeing what they come up with. Now, as you know, these talks have stalled significantly, and we're hearing that if Democrats want to stay in power in these upcoming elections, well, they're going to have to get something done and right away. And if not, we're hearing there's going to be a red wave. Republicans are going to take seats and take over in the Senate and in the House. And take a look, you guys. Senator Joe Manchin could agree to a Build Back Better bill that keeps most of the Trump tax cuts. So negotiations taking place with Senator Joe Manchin to pass a reconciliation bill. And another one just coming out. Patience is wearing thin for Senator Joe Manchin to strike a bipartisan deal on climate. So Joe Manchin has positioned himself very well in these negotiations. And right now in a 50-50 Senate, we've heard the president say that literally every senator is a president. And Joe Manchin right now is the one they're calling President Manchin, as he is saying there's certain requirements that he has to have met in order for him to pass through reconciliation. Now, you guys, that is all on a federal level. We're going to be seeing what happens. And we've also had calls for fourth federal level checks for all, 1,600 to go out. We're going to be seeing if these come up and get traction in Congress. These proposals have already hit. We've heard calls for gas stimulus checks, reoccurring monthly checks. Also, we've heard, I just shared with you in my last video, President Joe Biden has announced executive orders and actions are going to be coming up for the first of stimulus provisions, and we heard that that's going to be coming this weekend. Now, they're saying it might get delayed, but I will keep you up to date. If you missed that video, you might want to check it out right after this one. That is the latest update. Now, also, that is all on a federal level for everybody in the nation. Now, in addition to that, we have stimulus provisions and packages and things passing on state levels, county levels, city levels, going out to eligible residents. And I'm going to get you caught up on the latest, as we're hearing that more have been approved and on their way. And I'm going to let you know some that have just come out. Take a look, you guys. Stimulus 2022, which states are proposing payments. So we're going to dive right in. And also, this is not all of them. There are literally tons and tons of them. I'm going to keep you up to date, and we're actually working on a comprehensive list, a package of these to let you know everything that's available, because we're hearing 90% of people that are eligible for these, they're not getting them. They're missing out, and the windows of opportunity to receive them are closing simply because people did not know. And I want to make sure that that does not happen to you here on the Steve Ram channel. I want to make sure the Ram fam gets everything that they can. So if you appreciate that, do me a quick favor, smash the like button, and we're going to dive right into this material. Also, leave your comments, share this out if you think it could help out other people. If this is your first time here and you'd like to stay up to date, totally free, come join the Ram fam. Why not? I'll let you know everything going on as it unfolds. All you got to do is take a quick second to smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. If you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so before we dive into this list of all of these states, we've also got several others I want to get you updated on. Even this list that they assembled in this news article doesn't have all of them. There are so many of them. So the first one I want to get you caught up on is one of the largest, and that is $2,000 stimulus checks in the state of Pennsylvania. Take a look, link in the description below. Is Pennsylvania getting a new $2,000 stimulus check? Well, Governor Tom Wolf is pushing for direct payments of up to $2,000 for Pennsylvania households using the federal stimulus funds that, if not used, will be lost. Yes, there is an expiration date on these funds, and this is coming from the American Rescue Plan Act, passed back in March of 2021, the last stimulus package, and in there, $350 billion was set aside for states, counties, and cities to use. That is where all of these packages and checks are coming from, and if they do not use that money, it will go back to the federal government. Now, Governor Tom Wolf of Pennsylvania has said he wants to use the funds to send out state stimulus checks of $2,000. He has proposed it. We haven't heard much on it. It's stalled in their Congress. However, he is reiterating he wants to get it done. Now, we will see if it is able to get pushed through. If it is, I'll be sure to let you know here on the channel. I will keep you guys up to date on that. And also, many Missourians can expect tax rebates of $500 thanks to the state surplus. Yes, that is in the state of Missouri. And also $1,000 for couples in the state of Missouri. Now, as more checks like this on state, city, and county levels come out, I will be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel as we're getting updates on these almost every other day now. Now, link in the description below to this article, Stimulus 2022, which states are proposing payments. First up is California, one of the first ones to propose a state stimulus check. California has had a budget surplus for the past 2 years, and now they are giving some of the money back for their residents. In early 2021 and 2022, the state sent out 2 rounds of stimulus checks. You will recall those Golden State stimulus. Now, Governor Gavin Newsom has also announced that California will send out $400 to every vehicle owner with a limit of 2 vehicles per person, so a total of $800. These checks are meant to help offset the high gas prices. You can find more about it here, hyperlink, link in the description below. Georgia residents will be getting a one-time stimulus in the form of a tax refund. How much you'll receive depends on your filing status. Single will get $250, head of household $375, and married filing jointly $500. Next up is Hawaii, and in January of 2022, the governor proposed $100 refunds for all taxpayers and dependents. Taxpayers earning less than $100,000 should be getting a check for $300, and $100 checks will go out to anyone making over that threshold. So in Hawaii, everybody will be getting a check. Next up is Idaho. Tax rebates are in order for Idaho residents. Either $75 or 12% of their 2020 tax return will be direct deposited. You will get whichever amount is greater. So that is also going out in Idaho. Next up is Illinois. Statewide stimulus checks are being proposed in Illinois. Each resident would get $150 per dependent. So $100 per person plus $50 for dependents in a household. The proposal would also freeze gas and grocery taxes for 6 months as well. And as you saw, the stimulus packages passed in Illinois, there was quite a bit of provisions going out, a lot happening in the state of Illinois. Next up is Maine. Due to the state budget surplus, residents making less than $100,000 will get a one-time payment of $850. New Jersey, Governor Murphy has proposed $500 stimulus checks for low-wage earners. This would apply to people who filed their taxes with a tax ID number instead of just Social Security numbers. This change would mean undocumented immigrants would be included as well. It is estimated that over 100,000 people will qualify. Now, there's not a whole lot of information in here, just that there's those $500 checks, but also we've heard more has been proposed for $1,000 checks in addition to that. So you could get up to $1,500 in the state of New Jersey. New Mexico, single filers earning less than $75,000 will get $250 checks from the state. Joint filers making less than $150,000 will receive $500 in the state of New Mexico. And also, for those, there is a limited time. You have to get that done. Have your taxes filed and approved and everything taken care of by May 31st. So be sure to get things done in New Mexico. New York, Governor Hochul has proposed a property tax rebate of $425 to $970 for low and middle income households. Virginia legislator is proposing a one-time payment of $300 for taxpayers as well. So there you have it, you guys, a variety of state updates coming out, money on the way, money proposed. I will keep you up to date. Now also keep in mind the fact that we have city checks, county checks, reoccurring checks, universal basic income programs, and also 4th federal level checks currently on the table for negotiation. Now let me know your thoughts. What we had seen before with the 3rd check was during those Georgia Senate runoff elections, the promise of $2,000 checks if they won those elections. Now, we have not seen checks, but we've heard a lot of rumors about checks. Do you think coming up in this midterm election year that could be a possibility as well? Maybe Democrats will promise if we win, we will get you 4th checks. Would that convince you? Let me know your thoughts. But we just saw that with the last round of checks back in the last elections. Would that be a possibility coming up here again? And if so, do you think it would work like it did last time? Let me know your thoughts, you guys, but that is the latest on checks. I will keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me out a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If you'd like to stay up to date, totally free, come join the Ram fam. All you got to do is smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3 and consider joining that second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me. Have a blessed holiday weekend. I'll catch you in the next one. This is Steve.